tell the rest in the book, but I also share that this is the beginning of the journey. This is the beginning of new work to ensure that mass incarceration doesn't happen to any race, whether black, Hispanic, Asian, white. We have to stand together, and we have to let people know right is right, wrong is wrong. Mass incarceration is killing our nation, and corporations are getting rich off of the backs of black men and women. And so I come here, message to each and every one of you. Yes, it is about living life, but it is about leaving legacy. And so if we're going to fight, we've got to fight together.
That's right.
We have to do it for the justice of the world. We have to do it for the elderly rights that are right about of the world. We have to do it for the Darren L. Harrises of the world, those who are leaders and don't know that they're leaders, those who are hurting and don't know that they're hurting, those that are suffering and don't know that they're suffering. So all I ask is that the Lord would use me. That the Lord would use you.
As I embark on another year of life by the grace of God, I wanted to end 45 with a time of intense and deep thought, and also reflection. The first thing that I recognized that I would have to do is to get focused, which meant removing any and all distractions. You know, those things that get you off course. Get rid of all of these distractions that would even threaten my goal. Sometimes I can be a little weird. I know that when I'm sitting in meetings or in places where people are having discussions, sometimes I'll hear someone make a statement or maybe even ask a question. Or maybe they're just talking. But it oftentimes prompts me to ask a question. And not of them, but of myself. And that question is, I wonder what story they tell themselves to believe that. Wow, what a powerful question. It's a question that's thought-provoking for all of us, because I, like so many other people, have struggled with insecurities and self-limiting beliefs. And I have to ask myself that question. What story am I telling myself to believe that I'm not worthy or I'm not smart enough? What story? Better yet, whose story about me am I believing?
Incarceration has little to do with if you've done something bad, if you've broken a law, because we all have. We live in a society that has forgotten how to forgive. Incarceration is an experiment, and it's an experiment that has failed. My brother was criminalized from a teenager. He was put inside juvenile halls, he was put inside youth camps, and then eventually put inside the Los Angeles County jail system when he was 19 years old. The system was never looking at him as someone who should get care or should have their dignity. The system always had a target on his back. He was brutally beaten by the sheriff's department, and when he came home from Los Angeles County Jail and also California State Prison, he wasn't better. He was actually worse. He was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, and this really moved me to want to do something about what was happening here in Los Angeles. My brother Monty is not an anomaly, unfortunately. We don't actually think about putting people who are sick in jail unless they have a mental illness. We criminalize people who are dual diagnosis, people who have drug addiction and mental health issues. Instead of getting to the root cause, we have to invest in the communities that are most at the margins. People with mental illness, they don't need a jail cell. They need a hospital. They need a mental health clinic. And most of all, they need housing. People who have mental illness who are incarcerated inside of jails and prisons are treated really badly. They are the first ones to be brutalized, not just by guards and deputies, but also by other prisoners. They are often not given the medications that they need, or they're over-medicated. They are not in a therapeutic setting. They're not in a supportive setting. And what it creates is an environment that really fosters PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. So when people come home, they are not just dealing with the illness that they were diagnosed with, they're also dealing with the PTSD and the trauma from being incarcerated. Part of what we need to think about is it's not really an improvement of the prison system, it's actually an improvement of alternatives to incarceration. We really should be developing a place where we're focusing on community-based treatment, community-based care.